Are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime? Let's explore the world like never before.
Radio, your source for the latest news and information. Today, we're talking about a topic that affects millions of people every day: stress. According to a recent study, over 70% of adults in the United States say they experience stress or anxiety daily. In today's fast-paced world, many people tend to lead sedentary lifestyles, spending most of their time indoors.
Generation Z is facing unprecedented levels of stress and anxiety.
With the rise of technology and urbanization, people are spending more time indoors and less time outside in nature. So, what does this disconnection mean for us and the environment? And how can we reconnect with nature once again?
Something I'm trying to make a habit of this year is to visit a new place at least once a month. Somewhere where I can get away from phones, TV, news, and all the other stressors of the modern world. Somewhere where I can be with my thoughts and just enjoy the world. Somewhere that doesn't feel as fast. I feel like we're always hearing about the new quickest way to make money, the new fancy thing we need, or comparing ourselves to everyone else's achievements. And I feel like people don't take enough time to just be. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. So today we're going to a place called Anza Borrego Desert State Park. It's like 2 hours east of San Diego. It's huge. It's like the size of Rhode Island. It's just like the biggest park in the US.
John is wrong. It is actually the third largest state park in the United States after Adirondack Park in New York and Smith Rock State Park in Oregon. Now back to the video.
Or one of the biggest in the United States. It's just absolutely massive. But it's a great place to just disconnect and have a good time. Just see all the good sights, and yeah, that's where we're going. I pulled over to see some cows, but they're not really cooperating with me, so I think I'm just gonna carry on. So like I stated previously in this video, this park is huge. It covers over 600,000 acres. It's the largest state park in California. It's home to many different types of desert landscapes. It has sand dunes, canyons, badlands. It's named after Spanish explorer Juan Bautista de Anza in the Borrego Desert. It is the only US desert that is home to the endangered peninsular bighorn sheep. Not only are there bighorn sheep here, but there are also coyotes, mountain lions, bobcats, many different types of birds, amphibians, and reptiles. Also, it's a designated international dark sky park. Let's go check this place out. Okay, so we made it to the park. Finally here. Only took 2 hours. But look, I came to see the wildflowers. It's the first thing I had to do. The first time I came here was like 4 years ago. Wildflowers are blooming, and because of all the rains in California recently, they're back out. Look how purple they are. Another thing they got out here are these like really weird, cool statues. I just like checking these things out. They're pretty awesome. I think my favorite thing about traveling is meeting new people, and today I'm gonna try to do that. So let's see who we find. Maybe we'll stumble upon someone, make a new friend, and they can share their stories with us. All right, so I'm here with a local, Farmer John. Comes to Anza Borrego, how many times a year would you say?
Oh, shoot, March, I come out as much as I can.
Yeah.
April, I'm just drawn to come back here during the flower show.
Yeah,
now it's a little more populated, but I think that's good for people.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not one to say, oh, everybody's ruining it by coming. No, it's good for people. We live in a stressed out world.
Yeah.
People need to go get open space and peace.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. We're very stressed out world. Too fast for its own good.
Way too fast.
Yeah.
So take it slow.
Yeah, take it slow.
Hence, I've been driving a Westie since I was 16.
If you could give life advice, what would be the best life advice you could give?
spend time in nature. It inspires you to be a better person.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
It allows you to
Yeah.
go inside yourself and sort things out.
Yeah. Perfect.
And
Thank
have
you.
fun.
Yeah.
Be
Thank
kind.
you. Be kind.
Good to meet you. Good luck
Yep.
to you.
Hanging out with the
brother.
locals here in Anza-Borrego. One of the first things we're going to do today is hike the slot. A pretty cool trail here in Anza-Borrego Park. It looks awesome. So I'm like the only one out here right now, which is really awesome. There's like, I haven't seen a person in like 30 minutes and it's completely silent. Like, it's just awesome. I don't remember the last time I was somewhere where it was completely silent. And I have no cell phone service. Let's hope I make it out of here alive. I think one of my favorite things about being in nature is just appreciating the little moments. It's nice to disconnect and just appreciate the world around you. Let's go check out the next spot. So, we're pretty much at the end of our journey now. This day has been awesome. This park is great. And for the last spot, I decided to come somewhere that's not really a popular destination, just somewhere that looks pretty so I could just enjoy some peace and quiet by myself. And honestly, yeah, this is a really nice spot. But I think the importance of this video and what I'm trying to say is get out there, you know? Go see some stuff, take some time to yourself, enjoy life. It's too short, you know? But anyways, I'll see you all next time. We're gonna go on plenty more adventures. Tell me where I should go next. Tell me your favorite park. I really wanna know where your favorite nature place is in the world. But anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this sunset. See you next time.
You are looking at a remarkable idea, an idea that has intrigued and attracted and literally thrilled thousands upon thousands of men, women, and children. And you, my friends, are about to witness this idea become a reality. For this is the story of the miracle sea in the desert, the Salton Sea.
And here's another touch of nature's magic. Here in the desert, a sea called Salton Sea. Landlocked, rich in beauty and allure, the new recreational capital of the world, attracting tremendous numbers of water skiers and boaters. The Salton Sea.
What's up, everyone? I'm out here today at the Salton Sea. This was once one of the most popular resorts in all of California, one of the most popular resorts in all of the US, and now it's mostly abandoned. We're here to find out why. What happened here? Let's go see. California's largest lake shouldn't even exist. It was created in 1905 when flooding from the Colorado River breached a levee and flooded the area. After the Salton Sea was created, this brought many farm settlers. In the 1950s, it was one of the largest resorts for America's elite and celebrities. Frank Sinatra, the Beach Boys, Bing Crosby, the Marx Brothers. They all used to come here and enjoy California's largest lake. But today, it's a shell of its former self. I'm going to explore the Salton Sea and show you what was once California's second most popular resort destination. We're at Bombay Beach, which was once a resort here in Salton Sea, visited by the likes of Dwight Eisenhower, Frank Sinatra. But after rising salinity levels in the lake in the 70s, it's become mostly abandoned now, and with a lot of buildings that are falling apart, and it's really interesting. So let's go check it out. Bombay Beach was founded in the 1920s, but by the 50s and 60s, it was a very popular vacation spot. This near ghost town once had a thriving business district, a yacht club, and even a golf course. Earthquakes, floods, and other natural disasters led to the decline of this town. A flood in 1976 was the final nail in the coffin for Bombay Beach. It caused extensive damage to the town's infrastructure. So I'm here at the ruins, just checking them out. Honestly, this place is kind of weird. It's mostly just pigeons everywhere, and like me, I haven't seen anybody else here. But anyways, look at this. It's kind of interesting. Not sure what to make of that, but I like it. Let's keep going. This house is particularly colorful. Whoa. Many of these abandoned buildings date back to Bombay Beach's heyday in the 1950s and 60s. Most of these structures were for affluent visitors and Hollywood celebrities who would come to the area. The town of Bombay Beach has a population of about 225. I think it definitely used to be way more. Let's go check out this other one. I walked through this one a minute ago and it was like 1,000 pigeons flew out into my face right when I walked in. So let's see if that happens again. There's a violent pigeon fight going on. Okay. All of the abandoned buildings at Bombay Beach are covered in graffiti and different art installations. Walking through them alone with no one around was an eerie experience. There are a bunch of ruins by the sea as well, so let's go check out those. Similar to the abandoned homes, the ruins on the beach were turned into art installations as well. I was told that the sea didn't smell good, and yeah, that's factual. It smells like rotting whale carcass mixed with wet dog. I discovered a bar here, but the only thing is the kegs or the taps don't work. And instead, they just have a warm bottle of Fresca and Powerade Zero. Slab City is known as an off-grid community right next to the Salton Sea. It's located on a former World War II Marine base. It's home to about 150 to 200 full-time residents. The slab in Slab City is referring to the concrete bases that remained from the former Marine base. It has a blend of off-grid living, counterculture, and art. But the community does not have running water or electricity. One of the most famous attractions in Slab City is Salvation Mountain. It's a 50-foot high monument to God created by artist Leonard Knight. He began building it in the mid-1980s and worked on it until his death in 2014. Also in Slab City is East Jesus, which is a famous experimental art exhibit. It was started by a man named Charlie Russell. Russell and his friends wanted to create a community where artists could come together and experiment with new ideas. I'm really feeling a connection to this guy. Slab City is full of different art installations and artists. I was lucky enough to talk to someone who lived there and get the opportunity to explore her art exhibit. So, what do you think is something that people don't understand about Slab City or they should know?
Slab City's got a real reputation of lawlessness, and yes, in a way, it is kind of a lawless community in the fact that people are not inclined to call the police on the neighbors. You know, it's kind of like, don't ask, don't tell, don't ask any questions, don't share any information. Most of the people that live out here are not fond of the police department. But I think that there's so much more here than that the misrepresentation of it, that there is a lot more people here that are creative and artists, whether they're musicians or this is their first attempt at creation. A lot of people are stifled and they'll be like, I'm not an artist. Well, I mean, everyone has creativity inside of them. You just have to figure out what your creativity is. I just wanted to do something a little bit more than just live here. These objects will all come together and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is like a whole story. That's the fun thing about art, is that I don't have to tell you what the story is. You make up your own story.
If you decide to visit Slab City, make sure to check out House of Dots, located right next to East Jesus. So, I had gone to a third location, named Salton City, but while I was there, a giant dust storm rolled into the area, which had me wondering what the future of the Salton Sea holds. So I'm out here right now, it is so windy, it's insane, but behind me are all these completely abandoned trees from what I'm assuming used to be a very lovely area to hang out by the beach. And that's about all I got there because I didn't want to inhale the dust. In fact, the sea has been losing water for decades. As the lake dries up, the concentration of chemicals and salt in the water is getting in the air, This is also causing a mass die-off of endangered birds and fish. In fact, the Salton Sea is one of the most important places for birds in North America during their migration process from Alaska to South America. The drying lake bed, which is covered in salty, toxic water, is becoming a serious health concern for nearby residents. As the sea dries up and more shoreline is exposed, the strong winds in the area are picking up the dust and blowing it into nearby communities, where near 650,000 people live. The citizens report of headaches, nosebleeds, asthma, and other health problems. Unless water is pumped into the Salton Sea, these issues are only going to get worse. Alright everyone, hope you enjoyed today's video. The sun is setting here in the Salton Sea. I'm going to go enjoy it and check it out, but I hope you enjoyed all the stuff we saw. And honestly, it was really fun here. Like, it gets a bad rap, but definitely come check this place out. It has a lot more to offer than you think. I think it's important to check out places that are often represented as being ugly or sort of downtrodden. Like, go find out for yourself, because that's not always the case. But anyways, I'll see you next time. Let's see where we go next. This may look like a place that's out of a movie, but it exists in Arizona, USA. Humans have been living here for almost 11,000 years, and it has a reputation for being a mystical, spiritual place. I spent 3 days in Sedona looking at some of its most beautiful places and discovering some of its secrets. Long before this land was a popular tourist destination, it was home to ancient indigenous tribes and later American settlers. Today, we're going to explore this unique place and learn about its history while seeing some of its most incredible spots. This is Sedona. So behind me is Montezuma Castle, and this place is super old. It has nothing to do with Montezuma, or it's not even a castle. It was an apartment building for the Sinagua people in the year like 1100, but it's just incredible, and it really just goes to show like why this place is seen as such a mystical place. In fact, the Sedona area is covered by ancient ruins. The Sinagua people mysteriously disappeared after hundreds of years of development. A little over 100 years after the Sinaguans left the Sedona area, the Spanish came. So one thing that Sedona is known for is being a place with energy vortexes. That is basically a place where you sort of feel your energy, your spirit come alive, and you kind of have this very surreal experience. Behind me is Bell Rock, which is one of the energy vortexes. Now personally, I'm not a big believer in these sort of things, but I'm not gonna let my biases get in the way, and we're gonna go check it out, and let's see if I feel anything. But let's just go see. Sedona has been regarded as a place that is sacred and powerful for a very long time. People flock from all parts of the globe to come here and experience the cosmic forces that are said to come from the red rocks. The vortexes are thought to be centers of energy that are helpful to healing, meditation, and self-exploration. There are 4 vortexes in Sedona: Airport Mesa, Cathedral Rock, Bell Rock, and Boynton Canyon. So while I'm not necessarily feeling the energy vortex energy, there's definitely a different sense of tranquility and peacefulness out here. It is a really, really special place. So, about to make it to the base of Bell Rock. Definitely think I took the long way to get here, but it was definitely worth it. I saw a lot more cool stuff, and let's go check out this energy vortex. So a lot of the history from the vortex idea comes from Native American culture, and I think in 1987, a bunch of people came out here to have a harmonic convergence, and it was one of the beginnings of the vortex culture here in Sedona. But I think the more important part of the story is the indigenous culture and the people who lived here centuries ago. Another great place to visit in Sedona is Thunder Mountain. It was given this name because it's struck by lightning thousands of times a year. So let's just hope that doesn't happen today. I see a strange looking building off in the distance and I want to investigate it. The building is in fact a Buddha shrine, not just a building, so I had no idea this was here. Pretty cool discovery. This Buddhist peace park was established in 2004. It adds another element to Sedona's spiritual reputation. So I forgot to switch into the right hiking shoes, and every step on this hike has been terrifying, but I would totally do it again, even in my Skechers. By the time I did this hike, I was pretty tired, so I did the loop around Little Sugarloaf Trail by Thunder Mountain, which is about half a mile. It was a great place to enjoy the sunset, but I need to get some rest so I can see more sights tomorrow. So it's day 2 here in Sedona, and I'm off to find the birthing cave. Apparently it got its name because maybe the people who lived here in the past, the natives, would have birthing rituals there, but I also read that may not be true. It also might be because the cave looks like part of a woman. I definitely think I took the long path instead of the short path, which seems to be a common theme on my hikes. Accidentally going on the slightly longer path, but definitely worth it. I get to walk around this beautiful, beautiful rock. Even if this wasn't the quickest way to get to the birthing cave, this is honestly one of the coolest hikes I've been on. I love walking around these mountains. So we made it to this junction. We're like 3/4 of the way there. I'm really excited to see this place, but before we get there, let me tell you a little bit about Sedona. We've discussed the ancient history of Sedona, but now I'm going to tell you how Sedona got its name. Couple T.C. and Sedona Schneble traveled from Kansas in late 1901 to build a house in the Sedona area. In fact, T.C.'s brother, Dorsey Schneble, was the one who discovered the Red Rock country while looking for an ideal place to live. Residents of the town would often complain to T.C. about how awful the mail service was there, so he decided to file an application to establish a post office. After going over many different names, he decided to name the post office Sedona, after his wife. Made it inside the birthing cave. Definitely took the wrong trail here, but it was so worth it. Took forever, but this place is awesome, and the view is incredible. Alright, the next stop is the Boynton Energy Vortex. I didn't feel the energy yesterday, but let's give it a second chance. So we're walking to the Boynton Canyon Vista to check out another amazing view here in Sedona. So I made it up top to the Boynton Canyon overlook, and honestly this view is just incredible. I almost missed this walking up here. Can't say I'm feeling much spiritual energy, but I am really hungry. So I should probably go take care of that. So, last day in Sedona. I thought I'd start off by checking out the Pbs Heritage Site and learn a little bit more about the indigenous people that used to live here. It's really fascinating and a very important part of Sedona and its history. Pbs was one of the largest cliff dwellings of the Red Rock country. They were built from 1100 to 1400 CE. There are tons of really cool cave drawings here. I do not remember petroglyphs. I don't remember the word, but this place is fascinating. Sadly, visitation to the area has caused degradation to the settlements. Photographs from the early 1900s show that at least 70% of the original structures are gone. The dwellings were built under cliffside overhangs for shelter and winter sun. Fun fact, as we're on our way to the next destination, Sedona, Arizona is the only place in the world with a McDonald's that does not have yellow arches. Alright, that's enough time spent at McDonald's. Let's get out of here. So behind me is the Chapel of the Holy Cross, which is an awesome building here in Sedona. It's a church carved into the mountainside. So even if you aren't religious, it's just really amazing architecture. So the last thing we're going to do here in Sedona before I head out is hike the Jordan Trailhead up this rock right here. I found this trail on accident. It looks awesome. So let's go check it out. Let's watch the sunset. Traveling really has a way of opening our eyes to the diversity and wonders of the world. I encourage you all to step out of your comfort zones and create memories that will last forever. Sedona, with its amazing red rock formations, spiritual energy, and vortexes, is a destination that truly captures the essence of travel. Traveling reminds us that we are part of a much larger global community. Alright everyone, the sun is setting here in Sedona. The bugs are out. I'm getting bit like crazy. It's starting to get really annoying. But other than that, Sedona has been amazing. But before you head out, let's go find a nice place to view the sunset.